So, hi everybody, welcome to DayZ, welcome to Chernarus. We are in a little town called Novomitrovolsk, and that's easy for me to say. And you may well say, Rob, you were here last time, weren't you? I was. So I guess the sun's just come up on the server, and that's east. So we really want to be heading west to get away from this town. It's always beautiful in the morning, isn't it? Chernarus. Really nice. So we're on a public server. And what happened was, I recorded a video earlier on where I was just recording DayZ gameplay. And managed I was during the night, but I had a torch, so I thought, I'll use the torch, but I managed to get a bit lost, and I ended up going the wrong way, and all that hard work I'd put in getting away from Novomitrovolsk to make my way west, I undid by coming all the way back here by running for about 15 minutes. So I think I kind of know which road this is. So the sun's coming up in the east, so we should be heading kind of northwest now, I think. And we've got a bit of a long trek. The idea is to kind of loop around the top bit of the map, hopefully avoiding things like wolves. What have we got? Yeah, okay, so we're good for food, we're good for water. We've got a shotgun, we've got some shotgun shells. So we should be alright. We've got bandages. We've got pretty full. So I don't foresee any problems, but you know, anything can happen in DayZ. Probably wildlife. That's the only thing I really worry about. Is wildlife. Yeah. So the idea behind this series of deer hunter videos is this character started quite a couple of months ago, actually. And straight away, when I joined, well, not straight away, after about an hour on a public server, I killed a deer, which I chopped up, and then I've still got some of it in my backpack now, and I shared it with somebody who I met. Unfortunately, I couldn't remember what server that was, so when I spawned back in, it put me here up in the north east, because I think on the other server I was down on the south coast somewhere. But my plan is to make my way west and to eventually end up, hopefully, where my server is on the Scalespeeder game private servers, you know, where that nice camping ground is. But I don't know, we'll have to see. Daily Simmering Gamer says, what server are you playing? It's one of the it's a first-person only PS4 server. Obviously, I can't tell you which one because you might try and come and kill me. There's not that many though. Yeah, I was recording a video about the next generation of consoles. You know, about whether I'll be going for a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, or even a gaming PC. But I think it really depends on if there's any power differential between the Series X and the PS5, and whether they stick some sort of share factory onto the PS5 as well. You know, it'd be a no-brainer if the PS5 can do 4K 60 and it has share factory available. Yeah, that's the one I'll get 100%. Guess that will, and it will stream to Twitch and YouTube, because that will be a content creator's dream, even if the the Series X is a little bit more powerful. So I'm just not sure about Microsoft getting into bed with Facebook gaming. You know, I need a machine that can stream to YouTube and to Twitch. And kind of Facebook and YouTube, well, Facebook and Google, they're kind of really big competitors, aren't they? So Yeah, it's a bit worried about that. And I think the problem is I wouldn't be going with a gaming PC because the impression I get from the videos I've watched is you won't be able to build a gaming PC with the graphical power that the next generation of consoles is going to have. For the money, they're probably going to be 450 to 5. I wouldn't be surprised if they're £500 in the UK, the new consoles, because they'll use Brexit and coronavirus to make them as expensive as they can. And consoles always tend to be their most expensive when they first come out, don't they? But again, I don't even rule out the possibility of not getting a console until well after Christmas. Because of the issues with the supply, and we haven't had any new consoles for a new generation of consoles for 7 years, so there's going to be lots of people who want them. Ghostman says, hey man, how you doing? We're just out for a stroll on the public servers in the north of Chernarus. We're just coming out of North of Chernarus. Just looping round, to be honest. It's probably going to be a bit of a boring stream, this one. Because it's really just about covering distance safely. I'm good for gear. The only thing I could really do with is a compass. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we've got a sewing kit, we've got food, we've got water, we've got bandages, we've got spare shoes, we've got loads of canned goods, matches, more drinks. Oh, that pear doesn't look very well, does it? Let's get rid of that. I should have eaten that straight away. We've even got a fishing hook or two. In fact, we've got 2 fishing hooks. Should we want to make a rod? But we have no compass. I could probably do with some better wet weather gear as well. How do you like the new update? It's great. What platform are we playing on? This is the PlayStation 4, an OG PlayStation 4. Running on an SSD though, so the performance is a little bit better than standard. But you tend to find with DayZ, it runs better on Xbox anyway. It's much smoother. Frame rate is quite a lot higher. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really check out any of the mechanics of the new update. When it first came out, I went to visit the new ski resort and the new biathlon arena. That looks cool. I thought we might even get a chance to visit that on this character. Yeah, I haven't had found the sporter rifle. I haven't had a go at trying to raid anybody's bases. Right, let's just have a look at the map. Just so I can know where I am. Okay, we are going into quite serious wolf country now. Right, we are loaded. Have I got 2 guns? That one doesn't go. Magazine, is it? Okay. It would be nice to have the pump action shotgun, but hey. Unknown Entity says, do you think if we could actually download the map instead of streaming it, do you think that would stop car lag and crashes on console? Well, you do have the map. The map is on your PlayStation or your Xbox. It doesn't stream the map like that. The problem is that the map is so huge that the PlayStation or the Xbox can't hold all of it in memory at the same time. So as I'm walking along here, in fact, over there behind those trees that I can't see, the map's not really there. But as I'm walking towards it, the game starts rendering it in. But when you're in a vehicle going fast, or it's not even that fast, the game has, because it's got to load so much into memory, the game really struggles doing that. And that's why you end up with the game hitching and crashing and not performing. Because if you think about the map that we've got here, it's pretty massive, isn't it? It is absolutely huge. We haven't really had anything like this in games before, that you had, so much. There's no loading screens, is there, anywhere? apart from when you first load up the game, which is pretty damn amazing. So, you know, the little tricks that you can do, like using an SSD or making sure when you drive in first-person mode and you zoom in, and you've got any passengers in the car, get them to look at the ground, so the map's not trying to draw in for them. You know, but as I was saying in this video earlier, one of the exciting things I think about next gen is playing games like DayZ on next gen. That would be amazing. You know, to have DayZ hopefully running at 4K, 60 frames a second. It's going to look absolutely stunning. Or maybe we'll get the new engine, you know, the Armour 4 engine, whatever that might be. What are the questions we got? If you could add one gun from PC to console, what would it be? And do you think it would be smoother? Yeah, it would be a lot smoother on next gen. Much smoother. One gun, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the guns in DayZ. Yeah, there's quite a variety, isn't there? I mean, I'm not really into your PvP anyway. I tend to be a bit more of an explorer, a bit of a lone wolf wandering around. Maybe an M16. I know we've got the M4 or the M1, wherever it is, but yeah, a nice M16. That'd be cool. Actually, no, it shouldn't be. I think a lot of the weapons should all be like Eastern Bloc weapons, shouldn't they? With the odd M4 thrown in. Maybe the odd M16 thrown in as well. Because that's where we are, isn't it? We're in a ex-Soviet Socialist Republic. Aha! We have a town in front of us. So that town will be probably Nagorno. Oh, we got a sign. Yep, Nagorno. Right, okay. Let's stealthily make our way into town, looting as we go. Nothing in the toilets. I think what I would like to see in DayZ, if you were to say what would I add to the game? As far as building goes, CR75, what have I got already? I've got badly damaged CR75, so what's this one? That's just worn, so we'll take that one. I'd like to be able to build more with buildings, you know, like with existing houses, like things like this. Should be easier to, because I think if you're really in the zombie apocalypse, you probably wouldn't be attempting to make your own base from scratch, would you? You'd be much more likely to take an existing structure. I know you can with some things, but you would take an existing structure and you would ooh, there we go, got some nice seeds, and new bin stuff, so that would be pretty cool. You know, I think to turn the fidelity up, take the graphics up to the next level, would be good. A more variety of zombies as well, I think, is something that I would definitely want to see. Probably new motion capture for the zombies as well. And I think a lot of the time the map looks amazing. You know, at certain times of the day it looked absolutely stunning. But other times it can look a little bit flat. Sunflowers, look at this. Very nice. Beautiful. But I don't know. I think we'd just have to wait and see what Bohemian Interactive come up with. Ooh. Have I got a leather sewing kit? They're quite heavy, aren't they? Right, what's it really got to say? Ghostman says, I would say the 50... Oh, right, a Philly 50 cal. Yeah, be good. Unknown entity. Isn't the PS4 have a clocked render speed of 50 megabits per second? PS5 is 108 times faster. If that's true, how do you think DayZ will react on next gen? Do you think Nitrado will support servers? Yeah. I mean, you'll definitely get Nitrado private servers. Absolutely, 100%. You know, and it will just be treat them like a PC. Hi Scales, says Rob. aka Much 2-pack. Good to see you, sir. Everyday People says trains. Yes. Yeah. One of those manual carts that you could have the handle like Laurel and Hardy would use to get across. Would really like to see Nitrado support next gen server DayZ. They'll be doing it, mate. Don't worry. Ghostman said, I love DayZ, but if Dead Matter ever came to console, I would give DayZ a run for its money. Yes. Hope everyone's all good. Love the videos. Mike G. Thank you very much, Mike G. Yeah, we need... I would like to see Scum come to console, because that looks really interesting, quite different. And Dead Siders. Hello, zombie. Dead Side as well. Definitely Scum. Scum looks pretty nice. It's got an interesting story. I haven't really played with Dead Side that much. I have got it on PC. I haven't played it that much. I'm a bit of a mouse and keyboard noob, to be honest, so I struggle quite a bit. I think it would be cool if Bohemian Interactive embraced special weekends and things for DayZ as well. You know, really have your vanilla DayZ experience like this, but then have special servers where they have, you know, DayZ mod for console. You know, where you can, in fact, the hatchet, I can use that as a hammer, can't I? You know, where you could have things like helicopters and different vehicles, tanks and things. You know, where you spawn in as, you know, with full military gear. I kind of understand that we're never going to see PC mods come to console, you know, unless they do it in some sort of official capacity like they have done with Fallout 4 and Skyrim. But I don't know if Bohemian Interactive have the clout that someone like Bethesda has. But if the developer took it on board, you know, and created, you know, their own modded servers, you know, and their own modded version of the game that you could download, then that would be, people would go nuts for that. Imagine that if you could go into a community server run by Bohemian Interactive where you spawned in full military gear, and there was shotgun shells, lovely. And there was, you know, helicopters to fly and all this sort of stuff. You know, they acknowledge, look, this isn't DayZ, this isn't vanilla DayZ, but this is you know, a special PvP DayZ. People would be all over that. Let me catch up with this. Let me get in here and I'll catch up with the chat. Tony Frost says, hey dude, just want to say thank you very much. I've watched your beginner's guide to modding twice for modding my server and it works perfectly. Thanks to you. Happy days. Was it the really long one, Tony? Like the one that's like an hour and a half long? Did you watch that one? Unknown Entity says, I've used your videos to shape a DayZ set of my own. Really helpful with what we needed. Love the videos. Hope you're well in this compromised time. Great bits. Thank you very much, Unknown Entity. Ghostman CGDS says, Clan, if you could, would you do a video on how to spawn bags in with certain loot? Okay. So, that's a very interesting request. And what? Oh, hello. What we got? Let me just come over here just for a sec and plonk ourselves down. Where's my drinky poos? Oh, wrong button. So what I found is that to create custom spawn points, to create custom items can spawn into the map, is incredibly unreliable. And trust me, I have tried for hours and hours and hours. I have wasted whole days trying to do it. You can get it to work sometimes. For example, what I was working on was the idea of the PvP prison island. So the idea is that you would spawn on the prison island on the south coast of Chernarus, and then around the edge of the island you would come across lots of bags, and in the bags you would have machine guns. And what I found was you could kind of sometimes the spawns would work. Come on, let me fill up my. Sometimes they would work and sometimes they wouldn't, and you couldn't get it to be reliable. That was the problem. That was the real problem with it. And so I kind of, although probably Don has done videos on how to spawn. No, Don Sibley Gaming. He's done videos on how to spawn things in, and a few of the other people have as well. And there's lots of code out there. One of the best Discords to join, if you join Don's Discord, Don Sibley Gaming Discord, he one of his forum members has got a whole channel full of code snippets that you can just take and post into your files, into your spawnable types and your events. It tends to be an event you spawn stuff in as. But even things like trying to spawn in vehicles in particular places, you know, you need a very flat surface a lot of the time, and what I found was it wasn't reliable enough to be able to say, look everybody, here you go, this is how you do it. You get your coordinates from the iSurvive map, and you create an event. Create a custom event, you call the event this, and this is how you do it, and this is how to spawn stuff in. Because I was working on like custom spawn points for bags on the coast as well. So the idea is that you would reduce the number of places that people would spawn in on the coast, say to, I don't know, 20 different places all around the coast of Chernarus. So then on those places you would near them you'd have a bag of goodies, if you wanted to, for survivors. But it was incredibly unreliable, and incredibly difficult to test as well. That was the other problem I'd have, is because I don't have a PC that's powerful enough to run DayZ really. Oh, there we go. We've got some trail shoes. How's my boots doing? One. Right, let's get rid of them. Let's put them on. But I should have checked what condition they were in, shouldn't I? Pristine. Good. So yeah, so that was the conclusion. I had to give up, and I kept trying. I would try it slightly differently. I would go through my code, and the most consistent way we kind of came up with for spawning items in was spawning stuff in the back of cars, and custom spawn points for cars work a little bit better So it's, you know, they're more likely to come in. But if you want it to be pretty much 100% reliable, what you've got to do is stick with the spawn points that the cars have, you know, and just use them. And they will always, you know, those cars on those spawn points will always spawn in on those points. And then you put stuff in the boot. And what you can then do is you can match the number of cars to the number of spawn points, and that means players are kind of guaranteed that when they get to that point they'll find a car, and in the boot they'll find, in my case, in my videos, my XML files we're using, it's got a load of building stuff, so the idea is that people can build. That was the idea behind that. But it could be weapons and things like that. Jury's still out a bit about how the stuff respawns in again. How effective that is. I mean, they should do it. I'm not really convinced. I haven't really had a chance to test that. So yeah, so to answer your question, can I do a video about how to spawn custom items in? The only reliable way that is very, very, very reliable that I've found is spawning stuff in the boots of cars and using the existing car spawn points. And what happens is, because it takes so long to test these things, you know, rebooting your server, you know, running around finding these places, after a few hours you kind of get a bit like, oh, I've had enough, to be honest. You know? I don't think it's that important, you know. We're finding a lot of food, aren't we, on this public server? It's great. However, you know, who knows, with the advent of next gen and a more stable version of DayZ, that undoubtedly it will be when it's running on more high-powered hardware, we may be in a situation where, you know, oh, I thought that was smoke from a helicopter crash then. So yeah, and one thing I would urge everybody, you know, if you're new to DayZ modding and you're new to DayZ private servers and the idea of having a private server, just think about what makes DayZ great. You know, what makes DayZ enjoyable for you, and you know, don't try and change it too much. You know. You know, for me, DayZ is a survival game, you know, so a survival adventure game. So I want it to be a little bit tough. In fact, one of the next things I'm probably going to be working on is a more hardcore server where you actually have a lot less resources and a lot less stuff. Right, I've been chatting away there. Let's have a look at the chat again. Tony Ferrer said, yeah, an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't mind that. I was determined to get it right. Good, 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 good. Unknown Entity says, what do you think would help cars run a lot smoother in current gen? Do you think the dev could fix them to work with a high scale map? Well, drive on Livonia, install an SSD drive, an external drive, and have DayZ running on that. And I don't know how much... Let's just deal with these zombies first. I don't know how much resources and effort Bohemia Interactive are going to put into DayZ, you know, now, to make it run smooth on the PlayStation and the Xbox. I'd imagine they're really looking forward. They'll be working on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One version, Xbox Series X versions. You know, they'll have dev kits. Got more food. You know, that's what they're going to be working on. You know, we've kind of got to that time in the life cycle of the consoles where you've got like the best playing games that you'll ever have, you know, on these on these consoles. You know, the Call of Duty last year, Modern Warfare 2019, will probably be the best playing Call of Duty on PlayStation and Xbox, because the next version, the next one, the one that's coming out, you know, November, Call of Duty Black Ops, or let's take this and eat it straight away. Will be designed to run not only on the new Xbox, on the old Xboxes, but it will be designed to run on the new Xboxes and the new PlayStations, which means that there will have to be some compromises in performance when it comes to the old ones. You know, games like Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, you know, all these amazing looking games. These are going to be the best it gets, and then it will start going downhill, because the games will be designed to work on the next gen, and so they'll have to downgrade them. There's more food, more seeds. We're going to have a full backpack soon. I don't know, what do you guys think anyway? Good evening, Kim Rudy Olsen. Thank you for joining the stream. We're just on a public server in the North of Chernarus. Just kind of bimbling along. There's a farm up there, but I think we're just going to follow our nose. We've got loads of drinks, loads of food, we've got spare shoes. The only thing we're really missing is a compass. And probably some spare gloves I could do with. And some better wet weather gear. Next big town we get to, if it's got a fire station, I wouldn't mind digging out some fire station stuff. Unknown says, I think overall hitboxes and all items need sorting. If anything, I'd love to see gunfight lag reduced, especially in base raiding scenarios. Absolutely. Kim Rudy also says, I just want to say thanks for videos regarding the modding and such. I mean, I still have no clue what I'm doing. I think I've broken some stuff. LMAO, but thank you for being there to help. No worries, my friend. Enjoy. Remember, change a little bit at a time, and test. Check your syntax, check your spelling. That's the biggest mistake people make. What happens is you'll change something in an XML file, and then normally spawnable types is the classic one. You'll change something and you'll make a mistake. You'll miss out a bracket or something like that. Then you'll come back to your DayZ server and all the zombies will have stopped spawning in. Or all the guns won't have any attachments, or that sort of thing. It's generally a spelling error. Generally a spelling error. And if you're adding things in to your loot, you know, more guns, take stuff away. So, you know, take away some of the clothes or some of the tools, like the screwdrivers and things like that, that you don't use. But I'm glad there's plenty of people in the stream who have found the videos useful, because that's what they're there for. I will be doing more soon. I'm just kind of... Look at this. This is deep. This is thoughtful, isn't it? Look, there's a... That would be for taking rainwater underneath the road, wouldn't it? How's my axe? Worn. Okay, so we need a new axe as well, probably. Yeah, I'm just not sure about what I want to write about next. Quite a few of the things I want to do next are really PC DayZ related. I guess one of the big ones is a kill feed. If I could do a kill feed video, that would be good. I know lots of... What's that through there? Go and investigate. But from what I can see, kill feeds are basically, it's a lot of coding, and the guys that have it, it's you know, they charge for access, don't they? Or sometimes they have free ones. but none of them really share how they. There's a barracks over there. So what have we got? Plenty of zombies. Let's have a look at the I Survive map, see if we can figure out where we are. Kim Rudy Olsen, yeah, I've been downloading the 3 mods you provided. 2 guns won't spawn with the mags, and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, happens, very easy. I think I'm in a place called Arsenovo. So there should be a clinic as well, which there is. Okay, let's do a bit of exploring. This fella's got some interesting clothes on, actually. Maybe not. Excuse me. Some charcoal tablets, but I think I've already got charcoal tablets. Maybe not. You never know when you might get ill in DayZ. Right, let's see what we can find. We've already got a jacket, haven't we? So what we should probably do, looking at the state of our jacket, is it damaged? It's just worn. Okay. Oh, hello, zombies. Oh, we've got a nice backpack on. Actually, I know what I want to come to DayZ. Snow. I want the snow. Ah, okay. Those trousers are probably alright. Come on then. I'm going to break my bloody axe, aren't I? Okay, we can't get that off them. Let's take the jeans off. Let's put those on. Pick up that. Ooh. Do we want to go camo? Ooh, look. SG5K. I haven't got any mags though for it. Why not, eh? Oh, look, what's in it? We got a water bottle. Excellent. So let us take our water bottle and let us use the water purification tablets with it. Which are, where are they? Oh, we didn't get many. We only got 3 out of 10. Okay, so we only got 2 left. Ooh, well, that wasn't very present, was it? Okay, have we got a belt? We haven't, have we? Okay, we are going to have to do a little bit of inventory management soon. Because we have got an awful lot of stuff here. Oh, I hear some gunfire. Let's see what's... Let's see what's over here. It's a timely reminder that with that gunfire that we are on a public server. Death is just around the corner. Oh, SG5K mag. Combat boots. We could go back and get the SG5K. Was that a night vision scope? I think it is. Oh, right, okay, we need to... And what's that? Episode. Okay, let's just... okay, so we could eat some food, can't we? That's always a good start. Let's eat this fat. Just make sure our tummy doesn't get completely full. Sometimes I think when you're completely full, your character should walk a bit slower. Be like, oh, right. We don't. Do we need all these rags? Let's drop those rags. Yeah, we're definitely having that. Oh, we've got, right. So did we pick up the SG5K mag? We must have done. Okay, how's our boots doing? Okay, so what have we got in our backpack? Marked, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We're going to keep the shotgun shells. Keep the chlorine. See, I thought the hacksaw might come in handy if we come across a base that's got a padlock on it. We could break our way in, couldn't we? They're rubber shells, I think. Right, we don't want them. They're no good to man nor beast. They're 30 ACP. Do they go in the SG5Ks one? No, use 9mm, isn't it? Got some nails. We don't need to... Oh, we've got a fishhook on our hat, haven't we? So, let's move some stuff from our backpack. Right, jacket is full. Pants are full. Backpack's almost full. Phew. So we might be able to get the SG5K now. I could really do with a... If there were some military zombies around here. If one of them had a vest, that's what I really want. Where's the SG5K? There she is. Oh yeah, let's put it on single fire. There we go, look at that. Get a battery in it, be fine. Okay. So what we really need is some sort of vest now. Now what there should be a load of we're on a campsite here. Let me go in here and just catch up with the chat. So I probably missed a load of stuff while I've been messing around. Jace Gaming says hi. Hi Jason. Liam Taylor says hi. Moxie Don says good evening. Good evening Moxie. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. We're in the north part of Chernarus. We're currently in a place called Arsenovo, funnily enough. Yes, unusual name. Okay, so there's a shop up here. And there's... Oh, rip. Yes, lots of little chalets, nice little hideaway, nice home away from home, little resort. I'll have to use one of these to make a fire. I haven't done that yet. Ever. I mean, I've made fires, you know, out of wood and stuff, but I've never used one inside a house. Be interested to see if you do a house, make a fire inside a house, whether the smoke appears from the roof. Now, I bet we'll find hunter jackets and hunter... Ooh, hello zombie. Bit of lag there. And we'll probably find a PSO scope or something. Oh, hunter backpack. There we go. Is that better than my one? No, I've got a big backpack. Actually, how is my backpack looking? It's badly damaged. Ooh. Let's drop that. Let's fix this baby. I thought I had a leather. Wolf9733, hi buddy, good evening Wolf, good to have you along. Oh, what have I just done? I've just equipped something I didn't want to equip. Right, okay. Right, let's get catched up. Let's get caught up with the chat. Rob Shepherd said, I wish you could get the power stations working to point to streetlights working in some of the towns. That is a very good point. Liam says yes. Moxie's message is retracted. Rob says, doing okay, thanks. Be back on the server tomorrow. Finished work this morning. Time, mate. How are you? Yeah, actually, I've just realised as well that we are just south of the Kamensk military base. I don't think I've been here. Oh, have I been here before? I can't remember being here before. And it will just be up here. So I think we should do a little bit of exploring while the light is good. Now we're pretty much as far north as you can go. I'm right in the tip of the map now, the northern tip. But we should be careful because, as you well know, there we go, there's the military bases are very attractive to everybody because of the chance of getting some nice guns. I wouldn't mind finding a nice assault vest so I can carry more loot. So let me zoom in on the map so I know. So there should be lots of tents and barracks here. Okay, so I can see a building up there. I'll tell you what, let's put away our weapon. Oh, I can't. That's the problem, is it? When you get so much stuff, you end up not being able to put stuff away. There must be a compass here, though. We found that nice tundra, so if we found a nice scope for that, that would be pretty sweet. There's probably going to be plenty of zombies around here as well. Okay. Okay, so this is the kind of the start of the base, the barracks. I'm sure there's a back door, isn't there? We could climb in through one of these windows. I can't. I always think stuff should spawn here, shouldn't it, around these tables? Okay. Now remember, we did hear some gunfire earlier. Now, I don't remember it being in this direction. But you never know, do you? There's plenty of bandits out there in DayZ. Oh, this would be a bit cosy, wouldn't it? Having a number two, or sitting next to each other, your knees bumping in. Supposed to keep you warm. Officer's mess, maybe. Oh, right, combat gloves. At last, we can get rid of the blue gloves. They've done us proud, though, those surgical gloves. They have lasted an awful long time. I think this takes us to the roof, doesn't it? Also, I think I'd like to see in DayZ more zombies in the middle of nowhere. You know, when you're trotting along through the woods, I think there should be, you know, zombies that just come out of the gloom. Okay, let's head to the tents. I should really be checking all the watchtowers as well, because they're a good source of stuff, aren't they? Oh, hello, fellas. Oop, missed. Got to be careful because my axe probably still just worn. I think 556 would be cool if we had camo nets. I don't think we can carry anything. That's the problem. Right, so we've got our rather dandy tactical vest, so we can carry even more stuff now. In fact, we should go back for those 556 bullets. Oh, we've got these containers to go through as well. Huh. Nope. I am a fan of the boonie hats. I cannot lie. What's that there? USG 45. I'm not into my submachine guns. So we kind of go this way. I think we head up there next. But what we'll do... Ooh, God, that made me feel a bit ill then. No, I prefer... Oh, I suppose it could save you. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Boonie hat. Ballistic helmet. I suppose it could save our life, the ballistic helmet, couldn't it? Let's go with the ballistic helmet. Bye bye, boonie hat. Right, there's the others. Tents and things. Much Tupacs. Moxie says, doing good, hopping back into Chernarus to finish my build, but running out of nails. Rob Shepherd, you're welcome to have some of mine at my base. I think I've got a few boxes, help yourself. Rob says, I totally agree with you, Scales. Excellent. Moxie says, very kind of you, mate. If you need anything, I have quite a collection of items, spare tents are marked on the map. Visit any time. Rob says, I think it would be cool if at night you're running through the woods and suddenly you come across some zombies. Yeah, that's the idea, yeah. You know, you'd have... I mean, I don't want a situation like you have in Left 4 Dead or World War Z where you'd have zombies, you know, hiding in a corner. You could have them, like, skulking around. And all of a sudden you get... and they come after you. And I think as well in the towns, especially in the cities, there should be much larger groups of zombies. You know, zombies should be much more dangerous in the towns. Much more dangerous. Maybe not the towns at the coast, because you want to give newbies a chance to survive, don't you? But especially at the bigger towns and cities inland, like Novi and Starry Support or Patrol Pants. Actually, I'm pretty happy with my pants. It's really my jacket that I don't like. Didn't want to go down, did he? Okay, I think this is the last bit of the... Oh, look at the backpack that fella's got on. Where are you going? Now you've got a nice backpack. You've got the big black one, haven't you? So that can take 90. And that is less... Oh, I don't know. What do you think's more visible? My green hiking one? Well, I can definitely carry more in that black backpack, so let's get rid of that. Let's wear that. God, the stuff I've got. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I haven't found any more batteries. And this is a public server, so you know the nights last a long time. Combat boots, how are my shoes doing? Pristine, but I am in a soldier's gear now, aren't I? So maybe we should ditch those and put some combat boots on just to kind of finish the look. Although I do need a different jacket really to the one I'm wearing. That's a gun cleaning kit. Combat gloves. Are they better than tactical gloves? Yeah, tactical gloves are a bit shiny, aren't they? Oh, they are too. Oh well. Tell you what we'll do. Oh, a Vega. See, the Vega. That's the automatic shotgun. Oh yeah, but we haven't got a mag for it. Damn. Interesting, interesting, interesting. There it is. There you go. I don't think you can... Can I load it? Okay, so I could put one... I don't know. Should we keep the Vega? Because... if we were to... I mean, the beauty with the double... I don't know, man. The double barrels... I think the double barrel's a better option than the Vega. Yeah, I really do. Even in combat. Yeah. If I had a magazine for it, but... yeah. No, we'll stick with the double barrel. Alright, I tell you what we were going to do. We were going to have a look at... Let's see what condition my weapons are in, actually. Pristine. Badly damaged. Okay, so... we can use this... gun cleaning kit to fix this Tundra. So let's do that. Let's drop the gun cleaning kit. What condition's my axe in? Does it need fixing? It's just still worn. Okay, so we're doing alright. Moxie says, I think it would be good if when you died your dead body turned into a zombie with all your gear. Then when you returned as a fresh spawn to that area you could get your gear back. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, very good idea. Yeah, that would be very cool. You know. Yeah. You'd have your backpack on with all your stuff and then you'd have to find them, wouldn't you? That would be so cool. Don't think we did this. Another zombie with a huge backpack on. Some more camo netting. Oh yeah, my axe is badly damaged now. We need to get a little bit of duct tape on this. Gotta watch that now, because once an axe gets damaged, they get damaged really quick. Really need to find a new one. Do I need another smoke grenade? I thought I could put it onto my field vest. Yeah. Okay. So we didn't find loads of stuff here. We found a reasonable amount, didn't we? We did okay. We got our assault vest. We got some more ammo. Still haven't found a compass though. So what we're going to do is let's head back to the road. Oh, if you didn't know as well, if you do a search, a YouTube search for Boydy, B-O-Y-D-Y, and DayZ, there's an Australian YouTuber and Twitch streamer called Boydy, who does a really cool DayZ sort of video podcast, and it's really interesting. And today he had on a guy who used to work for Bohemia Interactive as their community manager, or I think, or something like that. He used to run their Twitch stream, and it was really interesting, really good. Definitely recommend having a look at his YouTube channel, and definitely the podcast. I don't somebody no, see, these aren't. I must climb over that barbed wire. Yeah, I don't think there's an audio version of the podcast, but you kind of watch it on YouTube. It's very good, very good. It's interesting to hear people talk about DayZ, and they were talking today about you probably, if you're in my Discord and you go to the Beginner's Guides channel, you'll see that I post these like infographics that a guy does. I see them on Twitter, and they tend to be all sorts of things like how to make things, what food does, all sorts of stuff like that. And they were having a discussion about whether Bohemia Interactive, the developer behind DayZ, should publish that stuff like in its official channel, you know. And then they got onto the whole discussion about, well, should DayZ have more instructions? You know, because there isn't really. I mean, there's the guides, isn't there? When you tutorials, there's there's that, and I think when you play the game for the first time, isn't there there's like a cutscene you watch, isn't there? From what I remember, you know, where there's the radio on the beach and the guy's telling you to stay alive or something like that. You know, should there be more information? You know, because the game doesn't tell you how to, you know, the fact that you have to load bullets into guns and magazines to load guns and anything like that. And the guy who used to work for Bohemia Interactive, he may well still do. I'm not quite sure, but he was saying, well, isn't that part of the charm of DayZ? The fact that the game doesn't tell you any of this. You need to go and find out for yourself through looking on YouTube, going to Discords, going to GitHub, going to Reddit. And that got me thinking about modding as well. And then you know, I kind of dismissed Bohemia Interactive with their lack of modding support. You know, like in instructions. You know, how do you mod a server? You know, they could tell that there isn't even a glossary of what different things mean within, say, for example, the types files that I could find it anywhere. An official glossary or an official explanation, you know, of terms. But maybe that's because that same ethos of, listen, you're gonna to play DayZ, you're gonna have to find out everything yourself. We're not gonna tell you anything. You know, this is just a sandbox game where you've got to survive. The only win state is staying alive. You've got to find everything out yourself. Maybe they carry that ethos over to the modding side of it as well, and saying, look, you can do whatever you want with this game. Well, on PC you can. But we're not going to tell you how to do it. You've got to figure it out for yourself. You know? And then when you do figure something out, you're like, woohoo! Maybe that. I don't think... I agree with that they should do that for the game. But I don't think they should do it for modding. They should have an instruction manual explaining everything. Because the amount of time you waste when you do something wrong is horrendous. There's another... military. Oh, right, yeah, I know where we are. Hello's a rather lonely zombie on the hill. We could make a improvised fishing line now. Or I could have done before with the rope, couldn't I? I could have just made with the rags. Basic improvised rope. Watch it, we're going to find a Sega drum mag now, aren't we? KA101 mag. Tactical gloves green. That's what we want. There we go. Let's put them on. That's better. 7.62 mags. Combat boots. I think there's a little guardhouse over here. Is it a guardhouse? It's a shed. Oh, this is one of those oh, 2 mag cargo pants. This is another one of those. Could be a really cool location, couldn't it? You know, if you get inside whatever's underneath there. Right. Well, actually, I tell you what. It's coming up to 10 to 11 here in the UK, so it's probably a good time to call it a day. I'm also somewhere where I can now make a decision about where I want to go in the map. So if I plonk myself down here and say farewell to everybody, let's catch up with the chat. In fact, let's get this exiting. I personally like the Mitch helmet with the night vision and torch attached. Yes. Do you go past the jacket, bro? That's 42 slots. Oh well. Cheers, Pam. We'll do multi-tons. I think it'd be if when you die. Oh, we talked about that, didn't we? Yeah. Take it easy. Yes. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming along for tonight's stream. It's been a pleasure as ever. And enjoy your DayZ weekend. And I'll see you all again soon. Good night.